found out that I was pregnant with the twins, and just pregnant in general, because I found out I was pregnant and then pregnant with twins at 2 different times. So my first instinct that I was pregnant was I went to go tanning, and they have to have you sign a consent form, and on the consent form it asked me if I was pregnant, and I was like, I checked off no, but then my body, like my brain was kind of like, wait, like I feel like my period is late, and I was like, whatever, no, like there's no way that I'm pregnant. Like, I got told by a doctor when I was 14 that I wouldn't be able to have kids. Like, there was a 0% chance. I was like, there's no way I was pregnant. So, I went tanning anyways, which I now regret, obviously. But then when I got home, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And Dustin and his best friend, Ishan, were over. Like, his best friend was over. And they were just hanging out. And I was like, Dustin, like, I need you to go to the dollar store, and I need you to get one of those dollar store pregnancy tests. I'm probably not pregnant, but like I can't stop thinking about like this question for the tanning for some reason. Like it just wouldn't come off of my mind. So Dustin was like, okay, like that's kind of stupid, but I'll, like at the time he didn't have a car or anything, and he was like, I'll just take my dad's car and I'll go to the dollar store and I'll pick one up for you. So I waited at home. Dustin and Nisha went and got only one pregnancy test. I think it only came with one test as well. And then he came home and I went in the bathroom by myself and I took it because I thought for sure, you know, it was going to be negative. Dustin always thinks I'm crazy with stuff like that. He's like, whatever. You always want to take pregnancy tests when you're not pregnant. Like, you're just over-exaggerating. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to go in by myself. You guys can go smoke, and I'll just take the pregnancy test. So I took it, and it said wait 5 minutes, but I'm put it on the table like this, and maybe like 5 seconds after I looked down, there was 2 lines. So I'm like, no, like, there's no way. Like, the 2 lines came up too fast for this to be, like, an actual positive test. I was like, maybe, like, we got, like, a faulty test there from the dollar store. I was like, there's no way. So I'm calling Dustin, and I'm like, Dustin! And I'm looking at the test. I'm like, Dustin! And he's like, oh, my God, Skyler, hold on. Like, thinking that I'm just, like, calling him because I need help. I don't know. He thinks that, like, it couldn't be. So I'm like, it says pregnant, like it says pregnant, and he's like, no, there's no way, like that's not even a real test, there's no way, like it's only from the dollar store, it's probably faulty. So I'm like, okay. Ishan was like, I'll go buy you a test. So we all get in the car and we drive up to Walmart, and I bought like maybe 3 or 4 more clear blue tests that came with 2 in each ones. And when we got home, I don't know how I peed so much, but I took every single test that we got, and it had to be like 10 tests. Boom, 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 positive. I'm like, there's no way, like, that this is lying. There's no way. So Dustin's like, I still don't believe it. Like, until you go to the doctors, I don't believe it. So then I called my mom the next morning, and I'm like, hey. And she's like, you're pregnant. And I'm like, yeah, well, I took a pregnancy test and it came back positive. So then we went and bought a couple more, and they all said positive as well. Like, do you think that it's faulty? Do you think all of them are faulty? And she's like, no, Skyler, you're pregnant. So then, I'm so stupid. So then, my mom's like, the first thing you have to do is make a doctor's appointment. This is how you can tell that you're a first-time parent or a young mom, when your mom is like, okay, you need to make a doctor's appointment. So I went ahead and I called the doctor that afternoon, and they said that the doctor wasn't taking appointments or whatever. So I was like, I can't wait. Like, we have to go right now. So then we go to the doctors, and they're like, I'm like, I took a pregnancy test and it said positive. So then I took 10 more and it said positive. So then the doctor was like, okay, well, if you took 10 pregnancy tests, like, you're definitely pregnant. Let's get you in for an ultrasound just to make sure that there's a heartbeat and everything. And I was like, well, right now, like, right now. So then me and my mom were in the waiting room, and the lady called us, and I was actually with my sister too. My sister was with us too. I think she like met us there afterward, like after the initial like doctor visit, like when they said that there was going to be an ultrasound, my sister came. So then my sister and my mom were there with me, and they called me into the ultrasound room, and I laid on the bed, and my sister was sitting on a chair and my mom was standing. Like, I was laying down, and then there was the computer, like where you can see the ultrasound and everything, and my mom was standing watching that. And the lady is like playing with my stomach, asking me like how old I am, blah blah, because obviously like I'm pretty young to be having a child, but whatever. Asking me how old I am, talking to my mom or whatever. And then I saw my mom's face, like she was like into the thing, and then the lady like was like, oh wait just a second, and she's like looking, and everyone's face is like. And then I'm like, wait, what is going on? Like, is the baby okay? Like, is there a baby? What is happening? Is there 10 babies? I don't understand. So then she's like, okay. So she's like, just give me a second. And then I see my mom put her hand down like this. And now I know, like, to my sister. But now I know my mom was going like this to my sister. And as my mom went like this, I didn't see what she was doing. But I saw my sister look like this. And I was like, something's going on with my child. What's going on? So then the lady was like, okay, I want you to breathe. I don't want you to freak out, but look at my screen. And she's like, okay, you see right here, this is your baby, and this is the baby's heartbeat right here. And then if you look over here, and she like moved the mouse, she goes, okay, so this is baby B. And this is baby B's heartbeat. I said, huh? My baby has 2 heartbeats. What are you talking about, lady? And then she's like, no, you have 2 babies, you're having twins. So then I'm lying there, and all I remember is me crying, Mom, I can't afford 2 babies. I can't afford it. Mom's like, we'll figure it out. It's whatever. You're having 2. The nurse is like, sorry, like, nothing I can do. So then we leave, and they're like, you need to call Dustin. Dustin was at work. And I call him, and I'm like, acting like I, like, miscarried or something. Like, I don't know why I was so dramatic. But, like, 2 babies, that's a lot. So I call him, and I'm like, I think you need to come home right now. And he's like, what's going on? What's happening? Like, something happened to the baby? Blah, blah, blah. And I hear my best friend, one of my best friends, Avery, worked with Dustin at the time. And I hear in the back, and she's like, what's going on? What's going on? And then I hear Avery go, is there twins? And then Dustin goes, Sky? And I said, oh my God, there's 2 of them. And Dustin starts laughing. I said, bitch, what are you laughing at? Anyways, so then he starts laughing. He's like, it's fine. Like, at least everyone's okay. Like, we'll talk about it when I get home. And that was when I found out that I was pregnant with twins, and Dustin found out he was pregnant with twins. And you know what? We started the relationship with me being like, I don't think I could ever have babies, to what? Bam! Twins. And now he has 2 2-year-old toddlers going around terrorizing him every day. And a wife. And a wife. So yeah, Dustin is probably gonna go out for a pack of cigarettes by the time the girls turn 5. But anyways, that's how I found out. The first person I told, other than my mom and Dustin, obviously, was I called my friend Dakota, and Dakota thought that I was joking. And then it took me about until I got a pretty little belly on me for Dakota to believe that there was 2 of them. Yeah, so that's the story. The next video I'm making, I'm so excited about. I am going to make, my stepdad is going to come, and I'm going to lay out all my makeup, and then I'm going to tell him nothing, and I'm going to tell him pick which product goes where, and he's going to do a full face of makeup, and I've got some juicy questions lined up to ask him as well. Anyways, that's all. I just wanted to get out a quick little story time for you guys, and I wanted a video like between, because the next video is going to be with my stepdad, and then the video after that is going to be with my husband Dustin. So I just wanted to sit down and chat with you all, do a little skin mask. The girls went to bed, and I finally took down, like, I made their cribs big girl beds, so we like took down the wall, and now they like have not slept a night without sleeping with each other in their beds. It's the sweetest thing. But as soon as I put them to bed, because they can't get out of the bed, all I hear is for like an hour, and these kids are getting no sleep. But whatever. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and turn my post notifications on. You know the deal. Bye.